Hey, just a quick video today. I'm waiting back for some results back from the doctor. Dealing with some hand pains and just not fun stuff, so I haven't really been in the capacity to game. I apologize if I have to skip some days. Apparently I'm fine. It's just until I hear back on Friday or the new medication I'm on kind of stabilizes. It's probably going to be like this for a while, so I may need to scale things back on the channel. And luckily there's really nothing going on at the moment. The next major thing I am going to be doing for sure is Kamen Rider Climax Fighters, but that's all the way until December, so regardless of what happens, I should be a little better by then. So what I did in the meantime is a friend of mine, he let me borrow his 360 stick because I don't even have a functional controller. I was going to go buy an adapter. That was the original plan for this month, but I just didn't want to do that for one game, so he was nice enough to let me borrow the stick. It works fine. So I went ahead and played this again. It'll be a while before I can kind of get the hang of it again, but I just wanted to show some proof here. So before I start the overview, which was going to be a quick overview anyway because I'm in pain right now, and also I haven't played the game in like 6 years, I thought I'd show like I was kind of shocked to see like how little I really left behind on this 360. Pretty much everything I cared about has been ported. Bangai-O is another game that has not been ported. As far as I understand, like Treasure is basically just an office with maybe a couple people still working there that probably manage the IPs, and maybe they hope that someone will fund them or they'll have someone else port their stuff, because the last thing they've really done is the few things they did on here. They did port Ikaruga to Steam. That was a couple years ago. I think that's like the last thing they've done as a company. So unfortunately, all the stuff they did on 360 has been pretty much lost in time, so to speak. There's also the Radiant Silvergun port, which, what I can tell here, I never actually had. There's some stuff I don't have installed because I was stuck with the 20 gigabyte hard drive for like pretty much the entire lifespan of the 360. By the time they had added the ability to use a thumb drive to increase your storage, I had pretty much already moved on to a PS3. So this is what I have on here. Pretty much all this stuff's been ported. The only thing that hasn't that I care about is Bangai-O, which I'll probably play again. Charlie Murder and Dishwasher back here just got a port. Phantom Breaker got ported a couple years ago. They actually just added some DLC to that like a couple months ago, which is pretty crazy. The support for that game has been like through the roof. They went above and beyond with that game, even though it didn't really live up to my expectations, unfortunately. Metal Slug Double X is, you probably already have that game if you're on PS Plus. If you've been on PS Plus for a few years, they gave that out recently, I think a couple years ago. Yeah, it's pretty much it. Castlevania HD is on PS3. I imagine the difficulty with porting that game is that Konami barely does anything with games anymore, and also having to manage the servers. I know that the PS3 version of this game was pretty shady because it came out. I think it came out like over a year, if not 2 years, after the DLC had wrapped up for the 360 version, and then they still charged for all the DLC. They didn't have any kind of goodwill towards the people who waited to play it on PS3. So I think they included like 1 or 2 characters. I think like one of the extra levels or something, but I don't think too many people played it as a result. So this is what I have access to right now. I'll have to look at my licenses and see if there's anything else I really have that hasn't been ported, but as far as I know, I pretty much have like almost all this stuff on another platform. I hope Guardian Heroes will get ported at some point, but I don't know. Given the pretty dire state Treasure has been in for the past couple years, I really don't know. I hope that maybe Sega will hook them up with a porting studio or something. I can't imagine the games being too difficult to dump on PC, since the 360 is basically like a PC in terms of the architecture, as far as I know. So the cool thing about this port is it's not just a straight remaster. I know that's a problem with a lot of classic ports, is they're basically just ROMs in the front end. You pay like a lot for that you could easily just go get it off a ROM site and run it through an emulator for pretty much the same experience. They actually went above and beyond here. There's this arcade mode, which I don't think was in the original version. There's training, which is really nice for the main new mechanic that they added. So you have remixed graphics as well. The meat of what they added is a remix mode. The remix mode is a lot like the Bleach DS games. I know many of you didn't play those. Those are some of the best original handheld fighters. The Vita has a lot of really great ports, but those are all, you know, games you can play elsewhere. The Bleach DS games I consider to be my favorite handheld fighters of all time. I think they would probably stand to get ported as well, but I'm sure the licensing issues with that could prevent that from happening. So what they did is, since they actually own the Guardian Heroes IP, or at least I think they do, they went ahead and pretty much incorporated a lot of those mechanics into this mode here. So some purists don't like the way that they changed the game. It is a lot faster paced, it's more frantic, it plays more like an anime fighter, so some people don't like that. You still have access to the original version here, so I never really understood all the complaining people got, but you know how retro gamers are. Sometimes they can be really finicky for no reason, so you have access to the original version. So if you haven't played this game before, one of the unique things about it is you have the basic cast here. You have Han, Randy, Kenjiro, Nicole, Serena, the undead hero, and you can play as the bosses as well, but you can play as like every single monster in the game, and even like the villagers you can't even attack. So probably a really good party game. I never really played this with anybody else. So they made it so that it has like a 3 attack system. You have a back step, a double jump, air dash. I believe they added some moves as well. So you have a chain combo system. Still remember some of the basic combos. But they made the game a lot faster. It has a basic light to heavy combo system. There's special moves as well. So it'll take a while for me to get reacquainted with this, but if you have a 360, I believe, let me check how much they're selling it for right now. They're selling this game for a whopping $5 right now. Let me get it up for you. So if you want to play it, I believe it is Xbox One backwards compatible. So if you have an Xbox One and you don't have an old 360 anymore, you don't have to worry, because they have I think this is one of the few Treasure games that's backwards compatible. I'm not too sure on that, but it is available here. So that's my quick overview. You can access your full moveset here. When I'm feeling a little better, I'll be doing some runs on this once again. I know people would really like that. I'm kind of dealing with a lot right now behind the scenes, so it was nice that my friend was able to hook me up with this stick and I'm able to play again. So once my hands are feeling a little better, once I get the results back, and you know, if it's just anxiety or something that's easily treated, which it seems like it is because of all the checkups I've had, I will be playing this. I was also going to get a Kai Katana as well. That is $10. It doesn't seem like the Geek is going to port that over anytime soon, so I'll probably grab that, and I'll do an overview on that as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding if I'm not able to do anything too intensive for a while. Apparently my hands are fine. I had them checked, but it hurts to type and stuff like that. So I've kind of wanted to take it easy, but at the same time, sitting around in bed and worrying about it isn't helping either. So I probably will maintain a daily schedule. Maybe tomorrow I will do a little quick one level run of this or Kai Katana, whatever I can handle. Catch you. Peace.